We're back with another Jokyu Hanshan. I have a lot I should be doing today, but I'm angry. I'm frustrated, so I'm gonna play this. And I'm gonna rant a bit, because that's healthy, I think. Ugh. Angry morning. Woke up alright, had some coffee, read some manga, some good shoujo. I'm reading Kimi Todoke right now. Quite good, but it's frustrating. Then I went and hit the coal mines, as I like to call it. Went on the dating apps. Found my gosh darn wife on Hinge. 2 interests and 1 bio. She's gorgeous, of course, as most women are. And then in her bio, 2 interests, she names out by person. City Pop, even has Mahjong there. Calls it Mahjong, because says Mahjong Solitaire, too. Knows the difference in some capacity. And I don't think she'll ever talk back. Most don't. Which is fine, but it's frustrating. I think a lot of the time feelings are very complicated things. One person's heart's emotion, how they register things. I think that person, especially when they start to apply those onto another, things get complex really quickly. And I think the really, really hard part about it is that a lot of the time you come across situations where 2 people's feelings are both valid and reasonable and fine, but they clash. I think that's like a lot of things in this world, that there are a lot of situations where 2 people's feelings naturally fight each other or naturally don't mix. Okay, on the Kanchan, sure. Oh, Dora Anko too. That's great. Starting 2K down, typical Hanchan game. But I think a lot of the time, frustrating things happen in your life, or situations occur where it can be very annoying and you want to blame somebody, but in reality, you really, I think in good conscience, can't. You know, it's really easy to think that people are either malicious or that they're putting their own agenda forward or not, you know, caring about other people. But I think in reality, a lot of the time people are trying their best. And with how that just interacts with you and your personal experience, sometimes it clashes, and it is what it is. Which again, also is frustrating. You know, that's part of life. I think that's part of the human condition. But yeah, who knows? Maybe Hinge Wife will, you know, watch one of these, even though nobody else has. Who knows? People start any day now. That 4 is tempting. Do I take that? Yeah, I'm gonna take that. The problem is I have 9s out here, so I have 3 9s and I need 2 6s with this shape. I could drop 4 and play the 6-9, but then I have the Aka 5 pin and the 8. This shape is actually like somewhat okay, because if I get a 6, I go here and I go the 5 pin 8 mon. If I get a 3, I can go on the 2-4 and have 3-4-5, and then drop the 8 for the 6, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. And now I'm Tenpai only needing 1. It puts me out there a little bit, which is a little bit scary in Akaari. But how much are you gonna do? Oh, maybe this should have been 4-5. I might have messed this up. If I do the 2-4, I have this shape. If I have the 3-4-5, I have 4-5 there. I have a 2-3-4-5-7. Yeah. So that was a mistake, because the third 5, I think, was what I wanted to fish for, especially with the Aka. So that's one of the a lot of the time you do the Kanchan because it gives you a stronger shape afterwards. Like you get the Ryanman when you have weird cheese like that. But I think that was one of these situations where I really should have, what's the word? Where I really should have done the Ryanman instead with the completed shape. Because I also get like double 7-pin, which is kind of good. And that gives me the Shabo with that name on. But yeah, going back. If your name starts with an S and you like City Pop and what's the word? And Mahjong Solitaire, let's be friends. Even if your name doesn't start with an S. Who cares? Feels nice to scream into the void sometimes. I wonder if it'd be better if these words were falling on deaf ears, as I feel they are. Ooh, that's tough reach. Should be 1 so. We'll do that. We'll have to play a little bit of defense. 1-2 should be a reasonable S cut. Now here comes the hard part. We have to play the Chitoy route. The 6-9 is pretty dangerous, so I'm going to check the 6-pin. Again, the 6-pin's dangerous too, but I have the half Suji, so it's checked on the lower side. On the higher side, not great, but what are you going to do? 2's by the reach tile. 8's not great. None of these are good. I guess I'll play the 8. Yeah, 2's by the reach tile, so that's pretty dangerous. 8's completely unchecked with the 5-8. You know, even the 6 at least has a half Suji. I'm gonna Dama dropping 6. This is Nakasuji because the 3 and the 9 were checked. I'm not confident on this 2 is the problem. 7 with 2 out.
Go.
Happens to be on the 7. Oh, come on, man. I was going to say... The other reason I check the 7 is because 3 9s are out, so if it is 8-9 Penchon like that, there's only 1 more 9, so it's much, much less likely that they have the door there. And that's part of the skill of limiting value on deal-in. So for instance, that tile on average, if it deals into a lesser value hand because it's not playing Dora. And Akahari, a little bit more finicky because you have the red 5s, but they happen to have the last 9 and hit Ura too, so it's fun good anyway. I've been playing a lot more fast Tompus. Just because stuff like this happens in my games a lot. And I feel like with Hanchons, if I'm going to, you know, put 40 minutes forth just for insane things like that to happen, why would I do that when I could just play a fast Tompu and other people will make much more mistakes, as well as me, but I feel like my play is a little bit solid enough to where it's not a big deal. Or at least I can gain an edge on people more than I normally would. This one's a bit of a liability. Could throw the reds. It's quite safe, but I have Dora 2 and I'm down. We'll try the 1. What are the odds? One's a hard tile to use. I got 2 2s to buff it out too. Oh, that's a problem. I'm gonna fold reds as much as I would love to do this. Checking the 5-8 with an Aka and the 4-7. But yeah, with the fast Tompus, I'm able to just crank out a game in like 20 minutes. I feel like I'm doing better on average because other people make a lot more mistakes than they do in Hanchons, where I make a little bit more mistakes and they're smaller things. And I'm decent enough at playing clock pressure because it also helps on that too, which is really nice. And I've been gaining rank with it. It's been working. Like I pretty much have to get like super duper owns. Ugh. I mean, I guess 8 better than 7. But yeah, it's like I should be 3-4. 3 Genbutsu, 4 because of this half Suji 1. If I'm checking the 4-7, like the 6-9 is technically a little bit worse than the 2-5, but oh, we're outie. Freebie though, get the 5.
Go.
Play D. Good news is I'm not in last anymore. Unlucky. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of rank points that way because I have to have like insane things like he has the last aura and flips Ura 2 on a reasonable check for me for 64. And like that's how I'm losing games instead of, oh, I'm playing this hand terribly consistently and just losing out on a bunch of points. Like especially in the Tompu, the fast Tompus, I'm taking very little force. And on fourth avoidance ladder, that's like all you're trying to do. Which I also think fourth avoidance ladder is really bad. I think avoiding fourth is like, of course, fine, but as a ladder system, it's so boring. Because like every decision you make is just, I need to be safe and not avoid fourth. And that's playing it optimally. And then you're just playing uber defense and it's whoever luck sacks gets up. Which is like boring and I hate, and I'm not a huge fan. I'm going to play it this way. That's a mistake, though. It shouldn't be the 6. It should be the 2, because I have the 6-7 Sanchoku. I agree that it should be this shape for sure, because I have the 2-4 and the 6-7-7. And then I also, if I get the 9 or the 7, get to play the 2-4-6 Yankan, which is also pretty good. But it should be the 2-mon instead of the 6. Now, I will say, 2-mon, much safer. Now I have the Kabe with all 4 4s. 2-mon can only play in the 1-2-3 sequence. And there's that 7. And that would have been nice to have, because then I get to cut 2 and then 4 and play 6-7-7. And have a real chance at Sanshoku, which also lets me open up for this. It's a little awkward. This might end up becoming Shitoi. I might drop 4. 3 Kabe. I'm going to try it. Okay. I need to be a little bit careful with Tenpais. Sanshokus should be hard. So I think the 9s are pretty safe on this board. It's only if Shimocha, this person over here, has them. And they would have to be Dama on probably like Pinfu. They would have to have the other 2 9s, 8, 7 exactly most of the time for me to feel bad about that deal in Dama. 2's been coming out a lot. That's fine. But yeah, I don't know. Life's a little frustrating sometimes. I'm learning that. I've been working towards playing better human mahjong, as I like to call it, my school of thought. And part of that has been, or the thing I've been working on for human mahjong recently has really been emotional intelligence and really trying to, ooh, that's interesting. This is probably 9-9. Yeah, I'm going to go 9-9. All Yakuhais are checked too. I probably, ooh, never mind. June is not checked.
Boom.
So that was actually kind of dangerous. Yeah, June is not checked. Very unlikely, for sure, but unchecked. Should be fine on the Haite. 6 and 3. Okay. Able to get the Tenpai there. 9 was a little bit dangerous, but again, it was unlikely with everything. But going back, I would totally be fine if we drop all 4 Wests. Oops. Practicing emotional intelligence and I think getting in line with your feelings is really good. I think especially as a man, it's like a hard thing to do, or something that is not talked about or put forward, maybe is a better way to put it, as good practice. You know, as times change and continue, I think it's getting better. But I think especially growing up, it's not like it's not a forefront thing of what you can do. I think a lot of the time you're encouraged to kind of train your body instead of your mind. Which again, I think is also a good thing. But I think trying to understand your feelings and the emotions of not only yourself, but of others. Oh, Jesus. This is tempting. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to opt towards a little bit of safety. I get the green, and then the east, if it deals in for like 1 billion points. But low deal-in percentage chance. Oh, we're going to check the Suji by the Dora. That's a horrible check because of that exactly. 5, 7, 9 cut, which if you're also cutting around the 8 is like very likely. Because 100% of the time, if you have 5, 7, 9, you would cut the 5 in Suji trap. Risky cut, especially against dealer. Not dealer, you get a little bit more leeway throwing that, but against dealer, can't be checking that.
Boom.
But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. This is a hard crossroad decision. I'm going to play 7. That's probably wrong. So there's 2 paths, right? The Toy Toy is not real. That's not a path. But there's normal hand, and then there's also Chitoy, which it's just Chitoy. Okay. I suppose this. Yeah, so I did the 7 because it fishes the Chitoy a little bit, which especially if I draw 1s, gets me Dama Mangan with the Aka. Because Chitoy's 2 Han. Normally on Ron, it's kind of bad. I could have kept that 3, but if I get double 3, then I'm just playing Chitoy anyway, so who cares? I think it's about how expensive Pinzu is on the board. I'm gonna have to Dama this. This is like the most obvious Chitoy I've played in a long time. Like losing track of my thought about emotions. But emotions are good. It's good to talk about them and get them out and try to understand them. I think working on emotional intelligence is really good, and it's again a good thing to understand your feelings and how other people's feelings are in the world around you, and how to not only help out those other people, but how to understand how you need help with the feelings you're going through. I think those are really good and really important to understand, not only in Mahjong, but in life in general. It's 2 tunes out. I'm not keeping that. We're playing the Tonki game now. Ooh, we're playing the folding game. What is this pawn? This pawn is insane. I could she this and drop double 9. I'm not going to do it. Hard decision here, but I see 2 6s. The 6 9 I see a lot of, so I don't want to check. 7 4 I get got. Nope. That's basically instinct. I have no good reason for why I did that. My instinct was saying those should be good. The 6 9 I see a lot of, so there's a very, and I don't see any 9s, so like I'm a little bit sussed out of that. Okay, 2 5. So could have hit either one of these, sure. No, we're out tough. But yeah, when you're playing the Tonki game, my favorite part of the game to play, but very, very hard. You have to kind of dance around and wiggle around and do a bunch of things. But it's very dynamic, which is what makes it so fun. IMO. It's what makes it so nice. I have the East. It's not double. It's a bit of a frowny bear. A bit of a frowny face for me. But, you know. Is what it is. Is what it is. I wonder if I should be talking about more Mahjong. I mean, I don't think anybody really watches these anyway, so... I think, what's the word? I think I'll just talk about whatever I want to talk about, and then also, if there's something, like, very good in-game to discuss past, like, basic efficiency, then that's what... last turn was probably a bit of a mistake. I should have kept the floating 8 because of the Dora, and then I could play, like, 6-8. I don't think I'm playing that shape most of the time anyway. Like, I might still cut 6-8, but I would cut 6 before 8, and then if I draw that 9, I can... reconcile it. I'm gonna get rid of the 6 early. I've already dropped the 8. If I draw the 9, I can Tonki on it. And yeah, if somebody reaches, well, if somebody reaches on anything besides the 6 pin, then I'm Gucci. Gucci comma main. This is very dangerous, the game I'm playing. Yeah. Shippo, Rishinomi. God, everybody is hitting an Ura today. I mean, double Yakuhai, I get to repeat my last dealer. It's a lot of points. If I can shut that down too, I start making headway on this guy. This is why fourth avoidance is annoying. So if I'm playing correctly there, I just fold out every time, which I don't want to do. And then I just play for a bigger hand later on. And I like scrape out a second or a third. Fourth avoidance, I feel like, just removes ambition, which I think is one of the very human parts and most fun parts about reading people in this game. Yeah, it's like the freebie. His hand just plays itself. Now, I could sit here and analyze, oh, this guy's playing this, so I have this read on their hand. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to rant. Just have some fun. What have I been doing? Oh, I've been writing haikus recently on x.com, the everything app. Good sumo. By the way, that's a bit. I actually really hate that app, but there are some people who are so unbelievably funny on that. It's like hard sometimes to get away from it. But if you struggle with seeing bad people see bad things, which is totally reasonable, stay far clear. Because there is a lot of hate and hate speech on that app. And it is ugly. But there are some of the funniest things you've ever seen. But those usually make their way to other places anyway. So, you know, sometimes you can avoid it. But I've been writing poetry. I'm writing haikus, posting them on Twitter. It's a very nice outlet, I would say. So in a perfect world, that was 677 cut, and they're waiting on 5-8, and I have 4 of them, and I literally don't care about this Riichi. And in an imperfect world, they ipot sumo on the Tenhou, and now we have to scramble all last for who is getting 4th. The good news is I win seat win tiebreaker if this guy wins, because I am first in seat order over this guy. The bad news is that doesn't usually apply to me, so I have doubts. This hand is going to be rough to Tenhou. I might just have to Dama Pinfu. Dama Pinfu overtakes, because again, 2k from anybody gets me to second. Creative things I can do. I can play the open Itsu. Little scary, but possible. Now if I chi 4, I can play Tenhou Dora 1 and get the same effects. 7, I can also think about that Shi. Because I have this pair of 8s, and this was the other ship I was worried about. If I'm playing both of these, I think there's no chance I can open. If I'm only playing one, though, I think it's pretty reasonable. I'm going to drop this 7. And I don't think I'm ever doing Itsu. This is an advanced game knowledge situation, too, where I know I can Dama on 2K. Just because it always gets me second, at least, which is really good. Because again, if I hit this guy, like I just direct win. I can even hit dealer, and that's perfectly fine. Like I hit dealer and life's perfectly fine because again, even on tie, seat win tiebreaker, I get second, and that should still be climbing wins. And then yeah, if I sumo whatever, and I'm never catching dealer here, so that's like not even remotely one of my worries. Awesome, Suizo takes out another. We're gonna play another one. I like talking. It'll be a long episode. I have many things to do. But it's nice to talk to people. I like it when people talk to me. Although I guess that's a bit of an oxymoron. Is that the right word? Or maybe a paradox? Paradoxu. Just because I'm not really talking to people right now. I'm kind of throwing words out into the world and hoping they'll reach people, even though I have no way of knowing that. But I think it's definitely prettier to believe that the words will reach someone and that they will get heard then that all they'll do is echo endlessly, with only one person ever knowing that the words were spoken in the first place. Yeah, this hand's getting played standard too. I'm dealer, so I probably am going to open up on 7 or 3 so, especially with 1 out each. I'll just take my cheap 2K. Itsudora. I'm going to Dama this, I think. I'm going to Dama this on the 3. Try and fish one out. Because the other thing is with 3-6 being Suji, people are going to throw the 3. No! I don't think that comes out against me if I reach you. I may buy myself more time, but I definitely higher win rate. And that's 7,700. That's good value. Ooh, this hand's good. Yeah, I've been liking writing haikus. It's definitely a very vulnerable thing. But when I am feeling very sort of overwhelmed by emotion, or I have very strong feelings about something, it's a very nice outlet to try and voice those, especially because haikus have a defined minimum and a defined maximum. So it's not like it's going to spiral out and become this big long thing, and it's not like I don't have a minimum goal, so I'm going to laze out on it, right? So it's very nice, and especially when you're working towards that goal with that restriction. It feels very, it really gets a lot of like extra mental energy out, I guess is the best way to put it when I have it, which again is really nice. I kind of wish people read it more, or at least it felt like it was being seen. I don't know whether that's just because I want my feelings acknowledged, or I want to... Ooh. I'm gonna Dama on this. On the 3. If it deals in, it deals in. Because there's a lot of good upgrades I get here. There's a ton of tiles that make this weight, like, not horrendous. Although, specifically the 4 is really bad. Because 2-5 is, like, terrible on the board right now. That is great, though. Yeah, I was Furry-ten on the 8. Which normally, like, Rishi-san, Michan, whatever. But they were also Tenpai, so that was kind of stupid. I'm not even going to front. Yeah, I got to lock in. I am locked out, buddy. I don't remember what I was talking about. That play stun locked me. What was I going to say? But yeah, I don't know whether I want them to be acknowledged for my own feelings, or I don't know whether it's like when you put like a song out about something and you want it to be recognized. Well, like, okay, so one of the things is with some of the music I listen to, like specifically with yacht rock, which if you don't know, it's like kind of slower, usually love-based songs from like the 70s, like 80s, American songs. And one of the really nice things about it is I think you find a lot of songs that you can really relate to. And I think with a lot of genres it's this way. And it's really nice sometimes just to know, oh, other people feel like this too. It's not just yourself. Green into the 5 cut. This might be a 1E2. Green into the 5 cut into 1S. This is probably just we're trying to end that dealership. Sure. Okay, we dropped the 9. We shouldn't be on Honrota, so I shouldn't have to worry. This should be like if it's Dora Anko, I get owned, but as long as I avoid that, we should be straight. In this shape, I'll just play 3-4-4, 6-8-8, 5-6. It's fine. But it's nice to know that you're not the only person in the world that like has these feelings or feels this way. I'm gonna try dropping the 4. There's an argument there to drop the 1. Because it looks a little bit safer with the early 3. And a Dama Tempai like this. I can throw another 1.
Each.
I might be full out. I just don't have the value to play ball here. This guy's too open. Dealer reach, non-dealer reach. Wow, this guy is exploding. Would have hit an Uro, it would have been Baimon. That's basically game right there. And I am behind by a K, which is bad. But yeah, it's nice to know that other people feel the same thing. It makes you feel like you don't have some insurmountable wall of a problem. It's like, oh, this is, this is normal. This is something that other people struggle with. It's not just me. Which I think helps you feel connected and validated, especially. When you can see that a struggle is not unique and it's universal, at least to me. I think that makes it a little bit like easier, maybe comprehend's a bad word, but to understand and kind of maybe unpack or, process, I guess. I also am just going to play this shape. I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do here. Most likely throw the 8, and then I'll throw another 8 and play 6-9s like that. Could have pawned that 6 and gone 9-9, but for 3 and 7, it's like not doable. And now we have this problem. So we might be throwing 8-9 here. It's like a very, very reasonable thing to do. And we have the Suji 4. Especially because Itsu's the only way I get value here, unless I start hitting white dragons off the rip. Yeah, it's validating. It's nice, I would say. It's one of the things I've realized. Oh, it's just 9. Easy. I have fairly safe 9s. It's a good hit. I think I am going to open for 2 Han this late, especially with bad weight. 9 is completely safe, so that's my Genbutsu. They will never deal in across because I have the last copy and it's Suji both there. The 1 is interesting, but also bad. The good thing about the 1 is that I would get the 1S 6M Shabo, the double pair weight. But with 1 dead and 1 6M dead, it's not good. Like, it's basically never winning, especially because the 1 wouldn't even look safe if I got to that shape. I'd have to drop 2 for Tenpai. It's not good. And if I'm drawing 3, I'm cutting 1 anyway and playing E2, so. Getting worried about a Dama, but I see 4, technically 5 out of 7 Dora. The reason I say 5 is because the last Haku's unplayable. They're not playing Kokushi. Could play 8 for maximum efficiency Tenpai. I'm gonna do it. Now we're just fishing Tenpai. To end of the round, I still get the 3. I lose the 7, but I gain the 7M. Which I guess is technically more unlikely this way, but I have the 6 too. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Cooked. Got no one to blame but myself on that. I should be Tenpai on 3. Ouch! That one hurts. Yeah, I misplayed that hand. I should have... No 3s, no 7s out. That was just bad. I missed the third 7. I thought there were 2 left in the wall, and I was like, that's fine. 1 left in the wall is not good, though. That's okay. You gotta mess up a hand here and there. You gotta mess up a hand here and there. Wonder if I'm an endearing person. It's a very hard question to answer, right? Especially from your own lens. I think from other people's lens, it's easier. I think I'm also changing a lot. I was trying to be a lot more, like, emotionally intelligent and thoughtful in that manner. I think I'm very, very different than I was even at the start of this year. Which I think is good. I think it's really healthy change, and especially things have been kind of hard lately, so it definitely feels like it's helping out. But you know, all things considered, we're still on that journey, right? So who knows? Like, I still don't know quite how this bud that I'm growing right now is going to bloom, how it's going to flower. I'm still actively trying to figure that out. That was a hard decision. I had to think through that. I'm going to take Tempai for now. But I kind of hate this. Like, I have the 8. Yeah, I have this 8, so I have 4 pairs. I definitely hate reaching on just a 6. Like, if I draw the 8, it's good. If I draw the 9, it's fine. Even though it's not great. It's not really Honitsu. If I Onko south, I get to do weird stuff. In Akanashi, I would think about taking this. In Akari, definitely not. It's not nearly enough to bat with this Richinomi and Kanchan. So much less safe. Now we're working. 1 south out. This is worth the Richi. So this is good, because this breaks down into 2-mon, 5-mon, south. Last 5's a red 5. I don't think that's going to come out. 2-mon, chance, 3 3s, so hard to use. And I see no 2s on the board, which could mean it's paired, a little bit scary. There's also 1 south left, so I can catch people off guard with that. There's also an argument to just dump 4s there and play the Honitsu and the Dora suit. Like full commit, but... Wow, dealer throw 2. Called me out that I didn't have nothing. It's fine, though. Got some points. Now I'm at least ahead of this guy, so if something happens to him, we're fine. Jeez, what are we doing here? I guess 6. I might just be calling this down. Am I taking a cheap hand here? Not taking the first 9. I really wish that 9 didn't come out first. This is so hard to play now. I'm going to drop like this. I want some points. I want to make a play on first. I'm going to go towards Honitsu. In whatever suit. Like the 2-5, I have the 6s. Try it, whatever. This also scares people on the Haku, which is kind of nice. I can take this quick Tempai if I don't draw anything and just run somebody on the 1. Which I'll just take. Easy points. Nothing lost, nothing gained. A little bit more distance on this. Knocks this guy down. So if I get a big dealer hand, good things may happen. 2-mon Dora will do it like this. Yeah. It's gonna be hard to make a play on first. If I get 12k sumo, I'm just short, but I also barely don't kill this guy, so drop 6. 6 should be alright here. Just play efficiency. I like keeping this 2-2-3 because if I get to draw like 1, for instance, I get to cut this like bad 3-1 pinch on. But if I hit it, then I get to drop 3 so, which is also kind of cool. Oh, that's bad. Well, I'm playing the hand closed. I can't really afford to do it open. Upgrade there, huge. Very big, very big. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna play the 3 because this is most efficient. I mean, we're just going for Ricci. There's too many weird things happening. This is something awkward. This is some hella A word. If I had to give it a descriptor. Toy, I guess? Yeah, maybe a toy fish. It's 3 Han, so I guess if you're playing a Dora. This is like Kokoshi Try, which is weird with white and south both pawns. But I have 3 9s, so there's a lot of cushion. And 3 9. There's a lot of cushion. Like, this would be nothing short of a miracle Kokoshi. 1 Dora was already thrown. Throwing 9-8. We're throwing this pinch on. I think we're just fishing. Okay, that passed around 4-7. That should be really hard to use. We're shoving 5. Aka 5. 7, like, should be reasonable here. There's 1, 2, 3 6s. 1, 2, 3 5s. Only 1 7 out. There's 3 8s. Well, Kabe on the 8. 4 8s. So there's 3 7s left. Yeah, and like 1 copy. There's almost no way. It's a good Rishinomi. Now I think I pass. Actually, this could be bad. Do I pass? 12, 16. So not quite. I need a stick. Actually, I think even with a stick, it's not enough. Shoot. I'm going to play this green. With a stick, is it enough if I Mangan Sumo? 300. So I go up to 9. They go down to 4. No, I think I'm still short. Or no. I pass, actually. Yeah, I pass. So I can Mangan Sumo. Yeah, I can Mangan Sumo. And I'll pass, which will be good. I guess we'll just do this. We'll go reach. Yeah, reach door 2 Sumo. But I need a stick, which is the ugly part. Can I take Sumo Nomi? Oh, that kills exactly? Does that kill exactly? Sumo Dora 2 would be 20, would be 21 all. So no, that would not kill. So that's probably what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I'm probably trying to do Sumo Dora 2 for 21 all. Right, because 16 swing, yeah, 16-3 swing, 16-4 swing technically, which is barely not enough. Wait, is my math wrong with a stick? My math might be wrong with a stick. I'm actually kind of worried now. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for Sumo Dora 2, and that's going to be my golden strategy. Yeah, I should have built in Sun Shoku to try to Damaten something. Snipe this guy. Snipe Toyman. Hmm. Yeah. I really have an idea. Damn, apparently I was supposed to cheat away everything. Tough. Tenpai payments are also good. That gets me there. This is store 3.
Reach.
I might be able to get 9 here. I don't know if I will. I can also take 9 here. 9's a good tile. I can't take it from the guy to the left. I don't think I can sumo. That's a problem. Damn, that sucks. Whatever. It's okay. Tenpai payments still give me the Mangan Sumo next time. Helps this guy's condition, but... Why not reach out and try to grab the sun? If it's just close enough for you to touch, you know? It's really easy to look at it so far away, especially when it gives you warmth and decide you're okay with watching it, but don't you feel like it would be so much better to hold it when it's just an arm's length away? Okay, so this guy keeps even. A little bit hard, but we've made our Mangan Sumo. Okay, game plan. We're going Honitsu. We are going Honitsu in the Pinzu. And we're going to figure it out, and life's going to be good. New game plan. We are going Ipeko Tanyao. Ipeko Tampin. And then I have to sumo. Okay, sure. Each Pindora. It's 3 Han. Easy pay. Brother, why are we calling? No, you are last dealer, so if you survive, that is fair. We are going to dom this, for sure. We need Pinfu, Lichtan, Dora. Lichtan, Dora. Yeah, 77 is not good enough. That kills here like free. I would take dealing there. It'd be worth it. I'd also take Rons on either of these two for 39. Both of those things would be good. 2 is an interesting idea. I think it's one I'm going to explore. Could get Ron here. Tough. That's not going to get dropped if I don't drop that, though. Oh my god, I would love to reach you here. Or am I just getting Ron? What are we doing? Could have pawned that to wait on 2-5. It's an interesting idea. Probably should have done that. Play before. Out tempoed now. That sucks. This might deal in across. Double 1 out is not what we wanted. Reach Pindora. On the 3, I can't take that. Okay, things are dire if I had to give a word for them.
Reach.
Each Tan, Pin, Ipeko, Dora. It's 5. It's Hanemon Sumo. That's enough. And I have Hanemon Uraflip and E-Pots. So I'm just taking whatever. 1 2-so left. Not in love with that. Some 5s left. Just gambling.
Wrong.
Well, that's annoying. Could have damaed. I don't know if I played that hand right or wrong. I mean, again, if I'm trying to get first, then I don't see another play. Like, even now, there's an argument that I like Mangan Sumo twice, and it just works. So I won't kill this guy yet. Don't care. Don't care. Yeah, it's a tough spot. I don't hate how I played it, but I think when I get offered that 2-pin pawn, I think that's where I'm supposed to take it. I think I'm supposed to take the 2-pin pawn with the board. Just take, like, what was it? 39 or even 29. Wow, what a hit. I guess technically I should be doing this.
Kang.
Oh, we're in business, baby. That's right. Stuff a little bit more on the board. I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Home.
What the? Why are we opening for Tanya? And why are my 7s dying? I need those. Please, don't let them die. It would make me so sad. I want to exude a more playful sort of tone. Feeling like being in a playful mood. I think that's what I've always wanted to do. Maybe people don't see it as being playful. Maybe that's my problem. How to accomplish such a goal, though? Thinking like the monkey. Now, if you thought there's multiple thinking monkeys that go around the internet sphere right now, that doesn't narrow it down, Harrison. Don't worry, I thought the same thing. But it's more fun to think about it this way, so I'm not going to say. Please get me to Ricci. Also, this guy is actually open for $1 million now. Deal in, please.
Ricci.
This is going to be a full fold. My pawn's not that big. This is risky. This could get me 4th. Or this could get me 1st. Yeah, that guy's stun locked. Whoa! Oh my god, where are the 2s? I'm so scared. Every pause that happens. Green should be fine, yeah. Every pause that happens in nightmare. Toy Dora 6? What in the goofy? This guy's getting 4th? This game is insane. This game is crazy. What are we doing here? What is going on, man? Bizarro world hands. Okay, this I need a sumo at least. It's 12k swing. 12k puts him at 9. Not in love. I go to 36. They go to 39 6. So I have to get a stick somewhere, but double Mangan Sumo technically, and I'll have an easier time catching up to this person. That North Wave was actually so nasty. Ooh, Pinfu Sanshoku. That would do it. Technically, Chanta Sanshoku. That was Dora. That's so stupid of me. I gotta be watching out. It's always like some Chanta or Junchan thing, so I need to play the 4. And then I'd have Dora pair, and I'd swap that out and be able to Junchan Sanshoku. Dora 2. Oh my god, that's so many points I just lost.
Home.
I just lost 1,000,000 points there. I just lost one of my Mangans. Feels so stupid. I would even have Dora pair, so I'd be able to reach Dora 2. Ah, terrible play. This is the type of play that loses me a game. Only 1-9 left. This is the type of play that loses me a game. That's so silly of me. So damn silly. Just a straight misplay too. I would have Dora pair here. Life would be going so good.
Reach.
I'll just reach Pinfu on 5-8, get some amount of points. I'll just fight against this guy. I think it's a little bit.
Sumo.
Oh, Ipad Sumo. Hold on. No, or yeah, it's my fault. That should be Hanemon there. I should have these ISO. Yeah, now I have to like Hanemon Sumo. Yeah, this game's my fault. I think I'm not that upset about the other hands, but I think this one I really, or that last one I really made mistakes. Again, very small thing of just not paying attention to the Dora indicator and the Junchan Chanta shift and playing the 1 before the 4. Kind of that autopilot. Oh, standard play is this and playing it. But those things matter. Very, very relevant lesson. Very, very relevant lesson. And now I'm forced to go like Shinitsu with Adora. It's one of my only outs I'm seeing. Which is fine in a way, I guess. Yeah. Life's gonna be good. I can feel it. Life's gonna be fun today. We're totally gonna win this game. It's gonna work out magically. I don't like that 7. I also have a chance if I draw the red 5 to have like Paimon with Itsu. I don't even have to sumo. Life would be so good. I could get Honitsu, Itsu, Dora. Yeah, that would do it too. I need to play. I need to remember 7 pins last Tadashi.
Chi.
Oh, come on, brother. 9s are safe. This reds is safe. I want to get more of these. 7-8 Tadashi is tough. We're going all the way. I mean, I'll drop red before the 1-4. Please, Ron. Oh my god, this guy can't deal in for the life of him. Ron him. Pon, play 5-3 with the Aka 5. Get Sanshoku with it. Knock him down a peg. At least if you go to 16, then I'm still closer. Wonder if he's Tenpai. Be interesting if that's Tenpai pushes. Green's twice out. That should be fine. Yeah.
Sumo.
It was Tenpai on the 6-9. We take home a second. Is it great? I wouldn't say so. Considering everything that happened in the game, fine. Yeah, so I think I would have lost some points. But I don't think I really play that hand differently, because I was even still kind of playing efficiency towards the Pinfu there. So I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. I think if I needed like the Mangan Sumo condition, I end there anyway, so is what it is. Not a bad record though. 1 and 2. How many points are we at? We're at 480 points. Maybe I got third game 1. I don't remember. I can get fourth. That's important. So 480 out of 800. R has done a lot of work. My R used to be below 1600. I've been working on that. Bit by bit, climbing a hoe again. One Jokyu Tompu at a time, and Jokyu Hanshans when I feel like actually trying to teach the game. Bit by bit, one day. What should I leave off on? What should my sign up be? My sign off? Maybe I'll read one of my haikus. Let's do that. What haiku would I like to read? Maybe what haiku am I feeling in this very moment? I think I'll end with this one. Words are fickle things. Without feelings behind them, they are never heard. Much to think about with that one. I would implore you to think a bit about it and to understand how it resonates with you. Take care, y'all. Squeeze out. Signing the frick off.